Okay. That looks like it's going to work. Are you here, Megan? Can you hear me? I don't. Yeah, my volume's turned on. No. Post something in chat or I'll harass you on Twitter. Yay, there you are. I'm glad you at least eat something before you work on anything you feel you owe me. I'm also amused that we got favorited by chocolate milk. Yeah, I know. Lag. Wonderful. Don't you dare start dropping frames, XSplit. I'll be pissed off. Well, if you're gonna have any combination, might as well make it that. Alright, Fury, you jerk off, let's talk.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
I'm not an assassin, I'm a bodyguard.
No! This cannot happen now the tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regard to supplies of whale oil. The good Admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near an oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it into the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used in handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Greaves Oil Company has done something correctly. For once. Oh dear, I love making it explode. I was going to get back to my Greaves fic. One day. I just love that they cut up the whales while they're still alive. That's so wonderful. I mean, it's awful, but it's also wonderful.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject and the necessary legal amnesty.
It was just, it was a fic that dating sim I was working on for a while was based on. It was surrounding his possible daughter and her liaisons with a various number of different people. I love that. I cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth against her bellowing. Baleen and teeth. Baleen and teeth. That's odd. month of rain for the dead counters. Part of this fucked up the timeline. It was a thing I did, trying to see how many whale oil tanks I could get out of those machines. Unfortunately, they're not unlimited, just to see how big an explosion I could make at the end of the game. It was fun. The door to nowhere has proven to be a safety hazard, but for me this project is an endless source of inspiration. With the proper application of energies, I believe I can transform the door frame into a window of sorts, one that will allow a traveller to cover the distance from my workshop to some distant, arbitrary point in a single step. Currently the step leads to a sheer drop straight down to the courtyard, but in time it will bridge gaps that will boggle the mind. Such work is many years away, to be sure, but if I survive this plague, I'm sure to succeed. At least he's an optimist.
Perfect. Now plug it in.
In a minute. Oh dear. Havelock getting pissed off PR is almost my favorite. No, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal? Tivian ore? What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly. This is my bar, or what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins. No one's going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Yeah,
Just
that's
get
what I
it
was...
near the receptacle. Magnetism will do the rest.
That's what I was putting up last night when you were playing Thief. It doesn't seem to be anything to be able to do with it, I'm afraid. And the book he obviously is thrown across the room at some point about Sokolov's technology. Ah, Pierre. You're such a little shit. Will you two cats stop it?
Perfect. Thank you, Carl. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean terror to you. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Sorry,
Tell me what I can make for you.
It's not your fault, it's just Twitch being a bitch. I don't have a rune for sale yet. No, not yet. I need to save my coin for when you have a rune. Well, I'll get that. I love the thought that Havelock's obviously told him to go scavenge this shit for himself, and as soon as Corvo comes along, he's like, well now, look what we've got here.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
I wonder how old Pierre is going to be. I'm assuming in his 50s, but I really just don't know. Give me a fucking workshop key, piece of shit. We have to go around the back to get it. Isn't the key usually somewhere around here? I don't know. Where's my fucking dark vision? Still need to bother Pendleton. I didn't do that last night. I need to go down here and check for anything. There's usually some oil. Yep. Soon. Can't wait to be back in those sewers. Getting those rooms.
Is the man dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish and believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I.
I love you, Cecilia.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
Look who's talking.
There's something distinguished about you, Corvo. Was there nobility back in your family line? I wouldn't be surprised. Did you know I'm distant kin to the late Empress in her line? Not close enough, sadly. I'll never be Emperor.
Thank God. Imagine what the Isles would be like if fucking Pendleton became Emperor.
Most of the nobility went straight over to the Lord Regent's side after the Empress died. Easiest thing to do. But to me, a noble birth requires a sense of loyalty. This city has fallen into ruin since the plague struck. These poor weepers moaning and bleeding from the eyes. They say there's no cure for the plague once it advances that far. Terrible.
You're such a piece of shit. What's up with your boots? God damn it, let me get under here so I can look at your boots. Yeah.
Please follow me to your quarters. This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as Lord Pendleton calls it home, I would defend it with my life. I may well have to.
You're so fucking noble, Wallace. You're a dick, but you still don't deserve the end you got. Hey, mates.
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest. This building has stood here for over 3 centuries. As long as Lord Pendleton...
This is honestly the only game I can remember ever playing where 2 completely different characters have the same name. No one ever comments on it, it's not a plot point or anything, they just happen to have the same name. With Lydia... I've forgotten her last name. And Lydia Boyle. I like it. It's just, you know, one of those things. Maybe Jessamines' mother was called Lydia or something. Yeah, the feast. Not to mention, it's above a bricked off floor. It's not just in the attic, there's an entire floor between him and anyone else. Although it does make sense with the tower there, that the only way to get to the tower is by going through basically his rooms. That's actually fairly sensible. Yeah, the common names. Like, I'm guessing it was probably a development error or something. They probably wanted to fix it or forgot about it or something, but I like that it's there and it exists. God, that's so fucked up. Once a child shows the proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously in order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs ongoing throughout the year. At the end of the cycle, those befitting further testing are removed from their homes some hours before dawn and must begin the march to an outpost outside the city. There, the children undergo ritual preparation and evaluation until the last night of the month of rain, when they make a pilgrimage to Whitecliff. During an elaborate ceremony, it is determined which of the children will become overseers and which must be put down. Yes, and the sci-fi book. Oh, I love Cold of the Spheres. That's such a nice taste, you know, fiction about what their fiction would be like. You can... I wonder how many people really do believe that he killed the Empress. I mean, I don't know that the Loyalists themselves, at least the main 3 men, would be collaborating with him if they did believe he killed her. Just because, you know, what hope is there to get Emily back in that case, but people that are working with him, people that he assassinates, the rest of it. I wonder how many people really do kind of suspect him, even if everyone denies it. Oh, stop that. Let's go meet the boss. Sauntering through his bedroom doorway. Really? Really? You're gonna be like that? They really fucked up this stain. It should be in the middle of the bed. No one gets their periods sitting at the head of the bed. I love that so much. And I love the rat lights. Strange gravity. No fucking kidding.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world, great forces that many call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you. Come find me.
Well, it definitely doesn't look 15. Remember this, Corvo. This is what you already know. That's so mean. I love her outfit so much. I love that everyone wears pants. Clem would feel so at home in Dunwall. So is this the most depressing version, or is Dad's the most depressing version? I'm glad we never ran into any mud crabs. Corvo, I am very sad. They say that you're dead like Mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. What a polite little girl. Why can't I hit you? The art direction. poor whale must be so uncomfortable. Got no waters to support it. Make it feel comfortable. Let's see what I can do about some of these drop frames, if anything. Probably help if I knew more about how XSplit works. Oh my god. XSplit. Click here to understand how to resolve your problem. Click on it. We don't have any information on this. Please wait. We'll put together something eventually. You need to go fuck yourself, XSplit. Your help pages are so unhelpful. I'm afraid I don't really have a solution. It's just probably just the fact that I'm in Australia and there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. What's he so pissed off about anyway? Things were going his way. Too many rats. Too many fucking rats you brought on yourself. I love this scene. So good. Poor bastards. Ducks and Hoggle Square. I want one in my bedroom. I just want the whole outsider look in my bedroom. The purple rat lights, the purple drapes. Yes.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now. and find another room.
Heart of a living thing. She's supposed to be dead.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
Also, why the fuck is he wearing rings? What use does he have for rings? I love those fucking drapes. God damn it.
All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth. This is the place from which those who dabble in the black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
Apparently you're dead too. I wouldn't get cocky.
I can feel a great age ending. This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
That's a good thing he's bloody good at being gaudy. Piece of shit gods. Why don't we ever get to explore more of the tower? Things I'd wish had been in the game. Death horses. That thing's awesome.
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky.
Sorry, I just like going out places I probably shouldn't be.
The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world. But know that I will be watching with great interest.
I never noticed that scar on the outside of his hand before. Yes, all my DLC crap. Christ, I forgot about all this shit. Oh no. I really didn't need to save my money. Oh god. I assume you've already read all this stuff on the wiki, but just go through it in case I want to pause it later on in the video. Yeah, Slackjaw! Smoking a pipe at the age of 10. Oh dear. God, he's a mean bastard. Takes care of his own, but he's a mean bastard.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation. Alright. All the rest requires me to engage in combat, and I'm not going to do that, so not much use. can get up there. Matter of timing it right. You piece of shit. I'll wait till I get upgraded Blink to get that loot. Get out of the fucking water, you piece of shit. God, Corvo, you're useless. Try to grab the sextant. Hey, Sam.
I hope you're well rested. The Admiral has some adventures in store for you, but only he knows the details. I'm forbidden from ferrying you anywhere unless the Admiral says to do so. He's up in the common room. You'd better speak to him. Admiral Havelock is asking to speak to you. I think he's in the common room. I'm ready any time, but you better ask Admiral Havelock exactly where you're going.
I know. I'm sorry, I'm so annoying, Sam.
Does part of the soul live in the heart? If the heart keeps beating, does that mean that the spirit is never released into oblivion? I can keep a heart beating forever with electricity, but what does that mean for any essence trapped within? It'd be easier if I created these processes in waking hours. I am uneasy pursuing avenues that emanate from my dreaming mind.
Havelock stopped in earlier, but I forgot what he wanted. He's waiting to see you, I believe. What can I do for you?
Give me that rune. Don't really need anything else. Where is your... There it is. You?
If you like, but he won't use it.
Why?
He can't sleep in regular beds anymore, or that's what he says. Says he was in the Navy too long. Can you believe it?
Oh.
That pile of wood out there? It's a hovel he built from an old rowboat. Where does Admiral Havelock find these people, I wonder?
Me too.
somewhere in the basements below, hound kills hound, and money changes hands.
I had a sailor for a boyfriend once. He thought he'd strike gold digging in the Pandician cliffs. They found his ship drifting empty.
Poor Lydia.
You know, I tried to attend services with the overseers for a while. They've just gotten more and more, I don't know, rabid about the seven strictures and witchcraft and all that nonsense. I think the Admiral's awfully distinguished, don't you? Everyone I know cried the day we heard the news about the Empress. Poor woman. And her little daughter lost. From what I understand, it just killed the Admiral to be cast out from the Navy. That was his life, before the Lord Regent came along. Someone came and banged on the door a few nights ago. I thought Lord Pendleton would piss himself. Oh, begging your pardon. To think what I spend smuggling in wine for his lordship. That Wallace can cook, yes. But the way he talks to us, you'd think he was a lord himself. I'd work for you for a year for free if you managed to get that Lord Regent off the throne. None of the shops are open, all the business has dried up, and most people can't even walk the streets. That man's a blight on the city.
The other servants don't like her.
I do.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 27. In my 13th year, the despised stepmother at last departed, and Pendleton Hall was again quiet, although Father had by then sunk into deep depression. It was at this sensitive time that Waverly Boyle first entered my life. She who will be the source of many tender recollections to come.
You're so gross, Pendleton.
Are you a nobleman, Corvo? No one seems to know much about you. By your bearing, I'd say so. Lord Pendleton's great-grandfather took a Sakonan chambermaid to wife. On second thought, the story doesn't bear repeating. Even the finest blood can go bad, here and there. There's a little Tivian blood in the Pendleton line. That's the worst anyone could say about them. I think it's come out in the brothers, just a little bit. My Lord Trevor's pure as the Empress herself, I'm happy to say. The Pendletons are quite wealthy, but they were noble long before that. You've heard rumors about the Pendleton mines being worked by slaves, I suppose. Never been there myself, and I refuse to believe it. They say Custis Pendleton made an improper remark to the Empress once, and you ejected him from a state dinner before asking who he was. Well done, I say. This plague has ruined the social season for all of us.
He spies on his neighbors and reports to the overseers. Only after a long day of work will he return to his home and family. He always eats very well, even as his wife and child grow thin. Such laughter, and they sing the old songs, linking arms. But that was from a happier time.
I know the Lydia and Bolus and I think the Cecilia ones are all generic survival lines, but I like hearing them and applying them to them anyway.
Corvo seems to have arrived in good shape. Much better than I expected, given what I've seen of Coldridge Prison. He seems willing to work with us, and he shouldn't lack for motivation. The man has lost everything. We'll judge how he performs in the field. And if I can, I'll find a way to test him personally.
Good day, Master Corvo. Lydia and I trade chores sometimes, and I'm starting to think I never come out ahead. She's a smart one. I hope the attic's to your liking. I've slept there myself on summer nights. I went and knocked on the front door a few nights ago for a joke. No one thought it was funny.
I love Cecilia.
My sister lost a tooth last month, fighting off some officer from the City Watch. The sooner the Lord Regent is gone, the better, I say.
I have never heard that before. I did not know she had a sister. That is good to know.
Just you wait. I'll own this place one day. I've dreamed it.
Also, that's my headcanon that Corvo and Emily get her the deeds to this place after everyone else is dead.
She hides her hands. They are raw and scarred from the washing. The common woman, she fears the abbey and the plague. She is a seamstress in a shop frequented by the wealthy. There is nothing common about the work she does every day.
Alright, what do you got to say for yourself?
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Caldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you.
Okay.
Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Okay, when you say my exploits are legendary, what exploits? I was a bodyguard, not an adventurer.
Has increased. The Lord
Hey,
Regent
Callista.
has declared that plague ordinances will remain.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
She is Callista Kernow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city. She and her uncle, the last of the Kernow family. She dreams of freedom, and the decks of whaling ships fast after the beasts of the sea. But alas, she is a woman. Such sadness. She is Callista Kernow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city. Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is the point of a knife.
I'm not an assassin. Why does everyone think I'm an assassin? I never agreed to any of this. You heard me say I had agreed. I haven't agreed.
Before the sun rises, they toss any casualties into the river. Men or hound, they all go in. They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Save your game often. Yeah, thanks.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left. City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Do you want to do the Granny Rags quests or skip them? I forgot about that story. Well done, Shauna. Beautiful. Oh no.
But easy, damn it.
Dearest Gwen, the city is going to burn. I've sold everything, so there's nothing here for me now except you. I'll wait for you where Clavering Boulevard crumbles into the river, where we used to meet. We'll take the money I've made and bribe our way into a passing whale ship. I won't leave without you. And if you won't come, I'd rather be rat food. Love, Arthur. Oh, Arthur, I'm so sorry.
Put in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is. Hey! What is it?
Pass me by.
I think that last one
All
was
the
moving.
others down
What?
with sickness.
Yeah, the little one. Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Well, he ain't moving no more.
One, two, three. Good. Keep them coming. One, two, three. Heave!
Yeah, if you kill her, it comes down to confrontation. I mean, if you do her quests, it means you wind up with the confrontation between her and Slackjaw. If you don't do her quests, you don't get that. It's very hard to do non-lethal in that confrontation. God knows. Darren and Gwen. Sorry, Arthur.
2, 3, heave!
Oh, fuck! Disgusting!
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Report all deceased family members to the local dead counter. Unreported deaths are a punishable offense.
All she wants is to lay herself down in the middle of Frommling Street and await death.
Sorry, I can't help you. I don't know this area well.
The fabric of the city is made of stuff such as she.
What will I do now? I'm only out because I was helping an older acquaintance get home.
Good. Keep them coming.
Some strangers gave us directions and fed us earlier. People are good at their center.
She starves so that her children can have bread.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special announcement from our Honorable Lord Regent.
This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond. In addition, in this continuing crisis, the overseers of the Abbey of the Everyman remain in service to the state and are empowered to enforce order whenever and wherever necessary. We owe our thanks to High Overseer Campbell for the generous loan of their services.
It is in the common man that the Abbey finds its most faithful. He steals from his business partner a little every day.
Rats crawling all over everything.
They are burning whales.
Good. Keep them coming.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Following direct contact with an infected or weeping individual, you are required to remain in isolation for 2 continuous days. If signs of infection occur, report for transport to the flooded district.
Oops. So jump. Lastly, it's come to my attention that various watchmen continue their adolescent practice known as rat burning. Remember, whale oil is not cheap. Please keep your men under control. Ah, Jeff, it's hopeless. Did I steal the wallet off that guy?
Good. Keep them coming.
You can have one. Ooh, good of you.
After block, dead from the plague.
Better them than us. At least some of them had money.
It's tempting just to get the money off them, but I don't want to be spotted.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Report all deceased family members to the local dead counter. Unreported deaths are a punishable offense.
Whoops. That was meant to be an F, not a control.
Sorry I can't help you. Some folks needed the food I had and I gave it away. Dum, da, dum, dum, da, dum, dum, da, dum,
The doom of Panacea has come to the city. He didn't tend to that cut, and now it festers. Some men can still find work along the waterfront. All that he had was lost in the flood. A man is only as common as his dreams.
Can you believe it? The City Watch actually protected me from some of that Bottle Street gang.
He used to admire the overseers. Now he fears them. Only after a long day of work will he return to his home and family.
It rained hard yesterday. Felt like it was washing some of the bad away. Half the city's dead. Won't make it 3 more months. Vermin!
I didn't do anything. Plant your ass on the roof and watch the street. See who comes to the almshouse. And see if that old lady knows anything. She's blind, but maybe she heard something. Slackjaw. What's up with that, dude? Why can't I take your ring? It looks like a very nice ring. I'll take it.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
Oh, this is... Oh, what's in there? Carved up your husband. I'm not sure who would be in there. Moray,
Granny, 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 come out with me instead. Granny, 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 you can't because you're dead. Oh no, that's not a nice thing. Just garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it.
Long ago, Granny Rags danced at court. Men begged to marry her.
I told you the knives go on the left.
Trim
They've
in
always
velvet,
gone on the left.
fresh
You never
and
listen.
young, on her way to an evening of romance. Careful, she treads with
I think the
purpose,
little birdies are
and is
sassy.
not as frail as she seems. The children sometimes circle Granny Rags, following along.
I told you the
taunting.
knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen.
She has given herself fully to the outsider. Long ago, Granny Rags danced at court.
If I was a
Men begged to marry her.
Yes, I would indeed. Dear? Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here, birdies. Here. Oh, my. I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not the way I used to, not the nice ones. I hear them, and they're not very polite ones either. Granny Rags, let us in. Ah, well, they'll go away again if they know what's good for them. But what a bother. Here's the key to the front door, love. You'll see to those ruffians, won't you?
BRB real quick. Okay. Just took out my headphones and realised how bloody loud the birds are. Not too much about that.
Granny, come out with me instead. Granny.
Hey, boss.
Be careful, Corvo. They call her Granny Rags. You wouldn't recognize her real name, or even the name of her family, but an emperor begged for her hand once, and rich young men fought each other for her favor. I watched her consider them all, measure their worth, and find them wanting. Then, she made a different choice. You're on your way to face the High Overseer, the leader of a great cult dedicated to loathing me. What will you do, I wonder?
I'm so proud of your girlfriend. It's sweet. In a fucked up kind of way.
I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen. Oh no.
Let us in, Granny. I bet she can't even hear us. She's blind, not deaf. We're here to do your washing. She's not stupid either. Have it your way. We're here to take your money. We're wasting our time. How much could she have?
Oops.
She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Oh, I'll find you. Yes! Come on! Get this guy! Please!
Trying to remember how I
Granny,
did.
whatever
I
you got,
usually have
Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing
time
personal.
dilation, I think.
Just Bottle Street rule. Let us in. Are you asleep? Get up. Where are you? Where'd you run off to?
I'm guessing probably just means father.
Hey, haven't we worked together? How have you been? Please, don't bother me.
It just means uncle ever emperor? I don't remember that. Got some more bones for you, Granny.
I think the little birdies are sad today. Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen, Granny has a birthday present for you. I got it from the outsider, and now I'm giving it to you. Go on. It's upstairs. On the vanity. I think you'll cut a nice figure with it. Remember how we used to dance? Our parties were even grander than those at the Boyle Manor. Everyone wanted to come.
It does include some timeline fuckery. I really need to actually read through that Donald Archives book just to get more information. Actually, it was probably her grandfather, because if Granny Rags is, say, 80, I don't actually think she's 80, I think she's probably a bit younger than that, but if she is 80, because I think that's what the game is pushing us to do, just means what? 30...
My daughter told me she saw a whaling boat sink in the river yesterday. Said it was on fire.
So it just means mid-30s, I guess? I would have put her in the 50s by the time Jasmine's father died. Her grandfather should be in her 20s, so yeah, probably her grandfather, although I could see it happening with her father as well. The young emperor enamored with this older woman.
I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that slack jaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me. Another little favor. And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now there was a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach them. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering Boulevard, or at least he used to. Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious. But they're shy. You'll have to go, or they won't come.
I love you so much, Granny. You're so creepy.
Oh no, that's not a nice thing. Just garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. All of it. Granny, 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 come out with me instead. Granny, 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 you can't because you're dead. If I was a birdie, I'd want to. Yes, I would. I think the little birdies are sad today. Oh no, that's not nice to me. Just garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. All. I told you the knives go on the left. They've always gone on the left. You never listen. I think the little birdies are sad today. Oh no, that's not nice to me. Just garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. All. Yes, I would. Granny, 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 come out to me instead. Granny, 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 and because you're dead. I think the little birdies are sad today. Here, birdies. Sweet birdies. Where did my birdies go? Maybe they should pay a visit to those young men. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Oh! There you are. Were you worried about your granny? Hungry chicks, aren't you? Don't eat too much. There will be all kinds of treats later. Don't you worry.
Sure thing, Hannes.
They say there's someone on the docks near Redshore who's still paying workers.
Trying so hard to strike up a conversation.
Mary's back, so that's something. I think my wife and I will be able to ride this thing out. The plague has to pass eventually. You look like somebody important or dangerous. I was happy to share with them, with you, and I know they're just trying to figure out what to do next.
Leave breath alone. Most depressing. Shut up, you friggin' birds. Morris, Robert, and Elise. Poor things.
That's not what we heard. Just home. Are you sure? Because you know we have to check you over. And there's an inspection fee.
To the void with Bottle Street and to the void with you. Let me out.
Oh, you don't want to talk to us like that. Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done. Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we do things on Bottle Street.
Be with your family now.
Anyone there?
Ah, cool. Do tell if it says anything about the timeline of the Emperor and what came before. Why can't I take that hat? Lol. Haircutting, shampoo, shaving, saloon. See, these guys don't do singeing. Are they more old-fashioned or more modern?
Let me out. I'm trapped. Anyone there?
Oh, nice. Which emperor? My grandfather?
I'm trapped. Anyone there? I'm trapped. Anyone there?
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask. I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that.
You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business.
Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
15! Jesus, I assume he was the one that must have been...
Don't worry. Those Bottle Street boys had no idea where I keep the best loot. So come by when you can.
I assume he must have been before Jessamine father. Was it Yuhorn Caldwin? Pregnancy Charms, my favorite fantasy convention. And if they don't work. No. We know who her father was, the one that helped with the sewer system and built the bridge. I don't remember, it might be in the wiki, but I think someone said that her father came to the throne when the previous line ran out of heirs or something. He just died off. But I don't really remember exactly. Yeah. So from 1783 to whenever Jessamine took the throne, I assume was her father's reign. Just fairly good. I think Jessamine took the throne fairly young, but I don't remember. You're the one with the timeline out in front of you, so.
Want to look at some of the things I found? Good prices, I swear. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Wait, she ruled? Why would an emperor's wife rule? That seems really I mean, it's cool, it's just, isn't that unusual? That's interesting. She was proposed to at 15 years old. Huh. Wonder if anyone proposed to her after that. Jesus, come on. I was just surprised that his wife ruled after the Emperor died, that the Empress would rule, because I didn't think that would really be a thing if the inheritance should be straight through that line, not going to wives or husbands or spouses or anything. That's, as far as I know, that's unusual. It should be an Empress Dowager or something.
Stupid goddamn this.
That's true. That's very possible. What, her assassination? Well, it's an insurrection. I think they'd be out to cause as much damage as they can to the Empire. Assassin Toledo would be a bit of a coup. Oh, he's straightening the random cloth on the table. Oh, nice.
Goddamn. That son
Rhubarb.
I better make a pyramid.
You feel free. Oh, okay. I don't know how long that message did send me. I've just been nothing gave that. So it could have been a sister, daughter, or a wife. God. If Dunwald did it like that, then if Jessamine had ever married Corvo, he could be Emperor, and that would be weird. Corvo's Emperor. I know, I love Emily's name. It's so ridiculous. Drexel. It's wonderful. Drexel. Dead sausage. Especially when as incompetent as Corvo really honestly seems to be. I love you, Corvo, but you're kind of terrible. Let's think how well this works. Come on, it's a dove. That didn't work at all how I wanted to. Drexel. You pieces of shit, fuck off. That's right, fuck off. Totally not worth it. We don't care.
Wait, did you touch the door handle to Dr. Galvani's lab?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you have to scrub. The rats get their vital essences everywhere, the doctor said.
Vital essences? Does that mean guts?
I love these two.
I think so. So your hands need scrubbing. You're unclean.
Unclean? That's nonsense. Can't we just...
No, I told you. With rubbing alcohol or white vinegar.
All right, all right. What is he doing there all day? Ambrose says he breeds rats that carry the plague.
Your friends are ignorant. The doctor is a brilliant man. If anyone can save this city, it's him.
The royal physician is going to save us. I hear his new elixir is twice as good against the plague.
I don't understand how Galvani can admire Sokolov. Royal physician or not, I hear tell he's a beast. A superstitious philanderer who spends more time with prostitutes than he does in the laboratory.
Is this what it's going to be like when we're married? It is, isn't it?
I hope not. I'm telling you now, I don't have the endurance for it.
It's Clementine. That's me. Kidding.
What will I do now? This whole place is gone to the hounds.
Oh dear. Oh come on, her telling him to wash? Come on. Wash your hands before you touch anything. Oh come on, do I have to? Wash your hands. Disgusting old man. Let's see, is that 7:29 or something? Oops, too far. Must be 27. I think it's 28:7. Yep, there we go. Use your American backwards dates. Also thinking about how Clem's probably a hell of a lot more educated than Tom as well. Both more modern education and much broader. Oh my god, I can see her getting exasperated with him, if not just straight up annoyed. He subsists on gossip and rumor and stuff from his friends, while she has all this up-to-date information doesn't really help much. Yeah, I remember the dates, sort of. It's just getting the right way around. I want this bedroom. It's so green. Day of the 7th month. Why does he need sleeping dots in his bedroom? Also, why does he have busts to Lord Regent everywhere? I washed my hair and then oh, Tom, you're already possessed by lice. Hit this top. It's creepy.
The river rushed in when the barrier broke. The whole district went dark. I will be glad to rest. At the academy, they cut the flesh of the dead and trap the lightning from the sky. Why am I so cold?
Phosphorus. Also, one of my favorite things is it's gonna work. I doubt, maybe I've already got the information. Sometimes if you look at these things, if you haven't already picked up the book, it gives you a codex entry. Poor Benji.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect? Its size and the coarseness of its fur, and I believe in intelligence, although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's zoological survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration. Could they have been introduced on purpose? perhaps by a foreign power.
I like how you asked, is that a flower? Well, I mean, they do kind of just look like vaginas, so, well, vulvas at least. Completely unhelpful globe. Corvo, please pick up some rubbing alcohol or white vinegar before you go. Bull rat fetus. He's so cute and pink. I always forget that it needs me to actually press a button now. Get this fan. No. Feathers. I still don't look out. Hey, baby rats are cute. Cute and pink and